With serpents gone, the red moon in the sky disappeared. Corpses that turned into life slaves lost their strength and started to collapse. Kristen announced the location of Saludo and the Zodiac development device to all rune hunters of the Trom via the rune hunter guildmaster, Camilla. Since then, Saludo had an influx of adventurous rune hunters surging in to take on the challenge. Yet, the whispers of serpents still linger within you. Although you still do not fully understand what it could mean, you sense that your journey has not reached its end just yet.
I had heard that the rune hunters from all over Trom were flocking to this place. As they say, where there are people, my friend should have arrived with the stuff by now. If you see merchants appear...
I'm here on the order of Captain Kristen. So, I have a question for you. I heard Aphras, Ordemus, and whatnot. In addition, Tria seems to be divided, but the Zodiac space is separate from Trom. Despite how I look, once I'm interested, I need...
If you want to know that, you have to understand that the Chaos, as you know from the experience with the Zodiac, based on what I've investigated so far, each of the Chaos Dungeons is a... By the way, each nation of... As a result, each Chaos Dungeon naturally belongs to the...
Oh, that's why. If so, though the Zodiac space doesn't... Anyway, this is great.
So this is the rumored Chaos statue. I've been told that this statue started a war in the past. Anyway, I decided to take the news about Rune Hunter. As you're aware,
It's been a while. I don't know if you remember me. I came to a realization when you showed up again at the Pilgrim's Cave. I know you don't trust me because I'm with the... We should continue this conversation in private. This is a private laboratory that was assigned to me by the Redanimo. Most of the other pagans became life slaves for the One's resurrection. I never... But now that the red moon has set, I'm sure they have all entered an eternity of slumber. Until now, I've been helping the Repenters escape from the watchful eyes of the Redanimo, and I've been using a relic to awaken those who have forgotten about the divinity. Here, I'll give you this if you have any questions.
So, you must... That relic you're holding is something that I brought over from Traum. That relic was created in Traum through the consecration of the... It is said that only those who swear their lives to one of the 12 gods and practice asceticism are given the right to perform the consecration. That is why you need 12 priests. Why don't you try summoning the avatar of the 12...
Laetre claims that the red moon has gone down. You may know this already, but so it's actually a paradoxical claim. Even the lives that currently exist in Bellatus were originally created as proof of their origin from the 12 gods. The divinity from the light of... As divinity continues to gather within a relic, you will realize...
If you're a rune hunter, then you must know about the Primal War. After all, this is just a theory, but I believe there... You see, each of the avatars were created based on the 12 gods' power, but it's up to you to wield their power.
Do you think the 12 gods... Leitre said he decided to... And now, the door will soon open up. You must continue. Hopefully, this volition will become a turning...
You'll find Saluto beyond this point. I ended up losing it. Even if you're driven to the cliff's edge...
A story about the Chaos statue? Sure, that's... I suddenly... Don't stare at me like that!
I was worried because it was my first time. Well, the more people get... Enan? I was completely distracted watching...
Have you finished up your business here in Bellatus? Dex indeed cast a powerful spell upon him, but he's been unconscious. Why don't we head out to Ordemus now? This is the place I was referring to, the St. Lapia Hospital. I've already told them about Pan. There should be a ward waiting for us. Get Pan to his bed first, and take care of any paperwork required for his admission. I appreciate it.
Rune Hunter, as you mentioned, the patient has a strange scar on him. You said that he's been unconscious. Well, since the first diagnosis has been completed, we will prepare his treatment as soon. The St. Lapia Hospital was founded in Arcros under the guidance of Count Zid, who happens to be the ruler of Arcros, as well as the director of this hospital. However, because a lot of our nurses have been dispatched to the cemetery to deal with recent issues, it would please try to understand. Wait, hold on! I'd like to ask you a favor. Say, have you seen the incenses that apparently they're made by the I don't believe in...
Oh! Hey, you be careful now. The nurses in this hospital are literal You're all shameless. Frauds! I hope you go out of business. Let's see how much longer you can...
Sorry, our leader is a bit loud, isn't he? Give him a break. We're mercs from the Mirror, looking for some new gigs. They're hiring mercs That's when we heard about St. Lapia Hospital having issues. But then things got... Our leader literally begged on his knees, but they wouldn't budge.
Oh, jeez! This is what... I mean, you would not...
I'm sorry, but we're not hiring any mercenaries at the moment. Oh. You must be the guardian of the new patient who just checked in. The entire continent's been chaotic ever since the Red... You seem to be... The Arcros nurses are both healers and fighters that guard the hospital. We cannot ignore anything that threatens life. Even if we have to sometimes... In a way. Anyway, I should go take care of those mercenaries now.
The attending physician just came by. Pan has received temporary treatment. We will have to wait until a dedicated nurse is assigned before the actual treatment can begin. But we can't. Could you please go look at what this graveyard...
Oh, you actually brought them. Thank you. Seems like the powder is just ground crystal. Hmm? What is this? My wrist. My arm.
What? Mr. Grass is having a seizure? Ever heard of the Abyss Stone? It's the ingredient used for that incense. And it shows creatures despise the smoke that comes from burning Abyss Stones. Here, give this set a...
But this hospital, it's a danger.
I'm not sure who you are, but help me. There have been strange occurrences around Trom recently. Now, I have to risk my life in order to tend, but thankfully it seems like...
Arcris is one of the territories granted upon the nobles by the King of Ordemus. This change in ownership occurred right after the Zodiac War, which was 200 years ago. This territory was once known for its defense facilities, focused around the solid walls of Arcris Fortress. But after the war ended, the new lord demolished the fortress, and instead built a massive hospital, along with a graveyard and a mansion for all of the ruling nobles.
Another one of my patients, Pat Phoebe Holtz. I know But... Phoebe? Wait. Ah! Stop it! Please!
That's this. I can't be certain, but it seems like Serpent's resurrection from Bellatus has even influenced Trom as well. Go and see if there are any...
Are you heading outside right now? One of the nurses from our ward disappeared. He's been acting. My guess is that he's at...
You don't seem like a great... Welcome. Let's see. Me? Say...
I haven't seen you around. What are you doing out here? We haven't been able to try, and I'm also worried. If you're strong enough, those corpses seem to...
Are you the one who lit up lamps? I was just cleaning up the graves when the corpse... I've been hiding here since yesterday. I've observed. Please go tell them that.
care to listen to... Oh, it's way that... Hey, oh, it's that... Oh, it's a different story. If you're going to take a tour...
Go away! Get... Thank you for saving... What? But I'm on Rune Hunter at my laboratories.
Such an incredible monster. I almost died out of joy. Did you see it? You saw it, right? That look. Is this all because of the strange occurrences around Trom lately? Whatever the case, I'd love... Hospital! I gotta get to the hospital quickly!
What a complete mess. Those who make a fortune always take advantage. It's a bit of work, but here, I'll let you join in if you...
Let me get this straight. You're saying that the dead may be back due to Serpent's influence. Because, as you already know, the plagued ones of Advena were actually created due to Vesper. Even so, Artemis is a nation... Oh, thanks to your efforts, some of the nurses have safely returned to the hospital. You must be...
Hello there, Rune Hunter. My name is Eastlyn. I'm the one in charge of managing the nurses here in St. Lapia Hospital. Rune Hunter, I would like to have a private conversation with you outside. Is that okay with you? I must have startled you with my abrupt request. I was told that the nurses were able to return to the hospital thanks to your help. By the way, I do have something I wanted to ask you about. I hope you didn't purposefully bring him out here having knowledge of his true identity. This is Arcris, and he is not welcomed here. If you don't have any special reasons for him to be here, you should do something about him. I'm afraid that his presence may stir— Oh, and I'm not sure if you've heard, but your friend now has a dedicated nurse assigned to him.
Hello. You're the one from the graveyard, aren't you? I'm Miss Eastlyn. The person you were just talking to is one of the 5 nobles of Arcris. Together with Count Zid, she actively participates in Miss Eastlyn asked you to get rid of your old friend inside the ward? It's not— Perhaps there's been a misunderstanding? Although... What? Your old friend's name is Salvis? Aw, come on. Salvis was the one who destroyed Artemis by siding with Triad during the Zodiac War, which began here in Arcris. But that was 200 years. That name isn't very common. If you're telling the truth, it's quite the coincidence. But by the way, I'm worried about the others who are still at the graveyard. Rune Hunter, I'll take care of the patient from now on.
I've never seen any monsters that look like those. Count Zid's been We want to finish. I wonder if there's a... Hey.
Welcome, Rune Hunter. Rune Hunter, to my eyes, that body looks like a puzzle, which is why I came up with the idea. If a part of our body breaks down, could you take a look at that body again? That's right, Rune Hunter. That body is made up of fresh parts I personally procured. If my theory stands, this specimen should come alive today. Now we just have... Huh? How come it's not moving? I already tested its effectiveness in smaller specimens. Rune Hunter, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. What? What? From now on, if you run in...
This potion, what happened? I...
Fake. This entire hall is... The Dungras house also fought to protect... Wait. Who are you? Yes. Intruder! No. Get you. You all know it, so please. Try to rem...
Can't go beyond this point. This is where all the this path leads to, but because of the I must stop. You defeated General Birkin? Are you serious? Did you get hurt at all? I'll clean things up.
There you are, Rune Hunter. I'm not condoning his behavior, but they say the road to hell is paved with good intent.
Rune Hunter! You're back! Everyone's praising you about how you helped them out. And thanks to their testimonies, the bad... Don't even get me started. Do you realize what I had to go... I never would have guessed such a nice old man would be a war criminal. I thought you... If you use the memory rune at the memorial shrine, you'll realize what... Rune Hunter, have you ever heard of the Zodiac War? I've already asked Jose...
Rune Hunter, Eugenia told... Did you know that the Zodiac War was an international crisis? It all began with different nations. Unlike the other nations, Artemis did not have a sacred arm with the power of the gods, which is why Artemis aimed to restore the god Vesper's divinity through the... But when Traia learned of Artemis's goal, they waged a war against us, with Salvus leading their army, as he was one of the most firmly opposed to the Zodiac's. Traia, with Salvus, brought down Archrus Fortress and began to annihilate. Since then, hundreds of people have been sacrificed in order to restore our... I hope that story helped us...
We must never forget all of the sacrifices that were made with hopes of rebuilding Archrus.
Rookie! Are you spacing out on me right now? Did you hear me? You're gonna be placed on the front lines now. We'll do our best to hold this place off. You follow the other soldiers.
What is that?
Rookie! Watch out! Go! Now! Get out of here!
Better stay alive, rookie.
Rookie, I've been waiting. The armies of Traia are at the brink of bringing down Archrus Fortress. They have already taken over most of the surrounding area in order to regain control of the fortress. But first things first.
Thank you. I thought I was going to end. This war is going to spread throughout the entire... Seems like there is a standoff between nations regarding the completion of the Zodiacs. But we don't have any sacred arms. And you still have 2 other bases to...
We're just too outnumbered. His name's Salvis or something. Ever heard of that name? Apparently, he's one of the strongest people who is opposing the completion of the Zod. No matter how much power Trier has, this war is just too brutal. How could they declare war just because we have... Countless soldiers have already fallen at the hands of Salvis. Please, try your best to secure a path for us.
This far by yourself. The Grand Marshal is personally taking up the vanguard. I want to make sure that our vanguards can muster up their courage if they're... Don't worry about me and go! I believe brave soldiers like...
Hey, scavenger. I'm not... Take my...
Do not fall back! Keep on... Huh? Who are you? I see. Listen up, soldier.
Rookie, you made it. Right on time, too. As I explained earlier, the armies of Trier have already taken over the inner castle. And our objective is to take down the commanding officers in order to recover the fortress. The Grand Marshal himself has led our forces into the central plaza. I want you to go find Commander Aspen near the plaza and follow his order. Best of luck to you.
Reinforcements sent by Sorin. Good to have you here. It's not going to be easy considering the difference at now. March forward to the Central Plaza.
Dear Artemis, we will not kneel before any hardship we face. Recall the teachings that were shared by Vesper, that this decline shall be the basis for a brilliant beginning, and that one must pass the darkness of death in order for life to start burning again. Now, we will all become reborn in battle. Let us face tomorrow's sun without shame.
For a prideful death! For a prideful death!
All forces, charge forward!
Tremble in fear, you rotten dog! This land you have desecrated. Gaze upon the last. I am a live. No matter how...
Salvis, keep command.
Now.
Enlisty, I kept my eye on you during the battle. I was impressed with the courage. Our soldiers have located Salvis and the Trier commander beyond this point. Be aware that Salvis...
Keep on fighting back!
We will not fall back from here.
Rune Hunter? Rune Hunter? Rune Hunter, I already told you before. Salvis does not belong. I'm sure you've learned from the memory rune why we cannot and Count Zid has asked for a meeting with you regarding that issue.
Messier, we have guests. Maintain dignity.
Dignity?
It's been a while, Salvis. What, 10 years or so? You seem to have aged quite a bit in that time. As a Zodiac Master, you must be free from the usual effects of time. And I suppose you're still trying to change things beyond your control.
Count Zid. And you look the same as yourself 10 years ago. I'm also glad to see that everyone else is doing so well.
Salvis, we share an unpleasant memory that stems from a war long ago. I hope you're not trying to cover that up after all this time.
I discovered the sacred arms of Vesper in Bellatus. You must all need the power of that sacred arms more than I do. If you promise to take care of my friends, I will gladly give it to you.
Salvis, you seem to have the wrong idea about us nobles. That belongs to the royal family. As nobles, we do not gain anything from taking possession of one of the sacred arms. And with it containing so much inherent power, suitable levels of power are required to even summon it. So, we could not utilize it in secret. If we allow you, our long-sworn enemy, to freely roam Arcris in exchange, the trust that we have painstakingly established will crumble away. It's unfortunate, but we cannot help your friends with their request either.
But...
we will give you a 1-week grace period. Once that time passes, do not set foot within Arcris ever again. Hopefully, I have made myself clear about our current situation. I do not think we have anything more to talk about.
I had hoped for Count Zid's interest in the sacred arms. Dex's magic is delicately encroaching upon Pan's body like a deadly poison. I can't think of anywhere else but Artemis that can effectively... Well, I suppose I'm to blame for this problem. So I'll do my best.
Excuse me? Excuse me. Can you help me? I mean, my little brother.
The gravekeepers told me about how you saved them during the... I have a favor to ask. My brother was declared to be dead from the St. Lapis hospital yesterday. But infected with the plague? That's impossible. Everyone else there is still healthy. But they just singled... There must be some other reason. There's absolutely no reason...
Rune Hunter. Everyone in the hospital is... Where's the morgue? Shh! Rune Hunter. Someone might hear you. I was already in a terrible mood. According to regulations, all of the nurses and gravekeepers affiliated with the hospital are not allowed to speak of the morgue that's located in the basement of the annex. Such regulation allows us to focus our efforts on the living patients, instead of dwelling on those who have already... I mean, the door to the basement opens up at midnight every day.
Watch out!
Petre, did you move the corpse from the isolation ward? The Baron has asked to take extra care with that body. Petre?
Your outfit is a bit strange. Are you a new guard? I want you to give it due to the strange occurrences that's been spreading throughout Traum recently. However, all of the corpses must be sorted out by all of the test subjects. Make sure to maintain...
Subject 14539 was the son of a blacksmith. He had always felt sorry for his father, he regularly snuck out dried food and preservatives from his food wrap. The pity that was displayed by Subject 14539. Based on Lady Messier's request, various research is being performed. The tri-colored irises, along with the small and pointed ears which resemble a beast, are subject 4456's rare and perfectly balanced.
Researcher Lapham has asked us for assistance. Everything seems to be in order.
Count Zid has always mentioned that all hospital workers must be faithful towards their work, while also holding on to the sense of, because as Subject 19115 has shown, people who are more sensitive to guilt tend to stay within the set boundaries of rule. Lady Messier hopes to find a test subject with low threshold for guilt. Subject 23901 is an obese male who used to always... An interesting phrase was found while examining his notebook. On one of the pages, since Exer is extracted proportionally to the body's weight,
Have you cleared out all of the nearby locations? I was so... I don't recall... whatever. All of us are exhausted because it's a lot more Oh.
You surprised me! I almost stabbed you! As researchers, I managed to get rid of... There should be a total...
We're screwed. Who set the wrong time for the hatching? And what do you stand to dispose of all...
Welcome, dear guests! You must be starving from your travels, but unfortunately...
Halt! Inspection! Tell me your... Hey, hey! You must be a spy. No. Amir, even if you kill me, you cannot hide.
Oh, did you have fun? I was even just stare at me. I believe that, which is why...
A mistake mistake was made while in the end, the subjects seemed to, based on this
Hold on. Have you been reading the experiment records? Guards shouldn't be able to comprehend the words, since they've been designed to have low intelligence. Why are you even reading that? You're probably going to forget about it tomorrow. It's been years since I was first created, but I've never seen something like this happen. It's strange to see that a guard is acting out of its given protocol. Is it a mutation, perhaps? Or is the Baron carrying out a new experiment? Anyway, since you're here, why don't you lend a hand as you're supposed to? One of the subjects overgrew, so there's no need to feel bad. Just get rid of it as quickly as possible. We have...
I've got the best prices. Did you sleep well last night? You don't look so well. I'm sorry if my incompetence but don't worry. I'll make sure Pan is treated no matter what.
Oh, it's you. Have you thought about it? What? You'll help? Are you serious? I was so dead. My brother? He's a 15-year-old, and no one knows this, but there's a unique-looking mole on the bottom of his right foot. I would often tease him about it. Miel is his name. I'm sure he's still alive.
Senator Lapin has asked for additional support.
Just as Lady Messier spent a long time organizing the members of Arcrus, Baron Zeno has been showing great interest in human enhancements and chimera research. All of the enhanced subjects under his supervision have shown incredible physiques, which can be employed in organizing armed forces for the hospital and the laboratory. In addition, he has recently succeeded in bonding Subject 11245 with Subject 7761. The experiment ended up creating to support Baron Zeno's future research. We are planning on capturing creatures from outside Arcrus.
Huh? Aren't you the guard from before? It's nothing big this time. All of the materials should be scattered around. You think you can do that?
Rune Hunter. Wait. Do you have any idea what they are? Hemomancy? If we had that book back at the hospital, we could have Rune Hunter. But before that, there was... Welcome back. These are enhanced specimens I created. Silapia Hospital has carried out. These evil people must pay the price for their sins. Rune Hunter, please go get some X here to wait.
And because
You got the test materials? What? A plagued patient? Are you mutate all of those
Subject 1 response. Increase in learning capability. Role adaptation. Application ability. Flaws. Severe mood swing. Result. Defective. Recover its brain to...
I didn't want to stain my hands with Rune Hunter. Did you get what I asked? What? It can't be. There must have been a mistake. How could I be one of the monsters that were... Why are you showing me this? Is it because I killed the researchers here? But I'm fine. I admit it. I'm the same kind of... And that doesn't give you the... That's right! I may have been created by monsters. I'm no longer a test subject. My name is Hare, the Doctor of... You're a poor and pitiful being. You've never had your own dream. You'll never stop me. I'm like a fire... Incredible. You fought well. Your combat skills, movement, breathing. By using all of this data, this is the end of our ties.
Croco, make good weapons.
Did all the nobles of Arcris participate in the Zodiac War? You weren't even born back then. How did you... About 10 years ago. And in return for the request I made to him, I made a blood oath. Because that oath will stay in effect until the day I die, I can't tell you anything specific. But it is said that they're able to control the effects of diseases based on Vesper's divinity. They have gathered through thousands of... Their unusually long lifespan seems to be related to that. But why are you asking?
The Baron has requested aid in transporting test materials. Keep in mind that he has also granted permission to dispose of any test subject.
Sorry, what? Anyway.
unlike the other nations that were able to see quick advancements through the sacred arts found within the Room of the 12 Beings, Artemis had to resort to using a prayer zone to secure Vesper's powers. The clergies of Artemis were able to receive Vesper's blessing by making faithful prayers, and through countless prayers.
Oh dear. I see that you love to meddle in other people's businesses. I understand it's hard to restrain your youthful curiosity, but I'd like to ask if you're truly qualified to be in this place. You don't have to tell me where you got that from. Zid was kind enough to give you a warning, but you dare. If you made it this far, you probably saw everything. I really can't let you leave this place alive. Prepare yourself. This is ridiculous. Oh, damn it. If only I wasn't such a mess. You. I don't know what you're thinking, or what it is you're after. But you'll regret it if you don't keep your mouth sealed.
I'm not sure if I understood that. Which must mean that the strange creatures you saw at the graveyard, and I've never heard of this substance called Exer. If the public finds out about, listen carefully. Just before you returned, I received a message from Viscount. We should at least have a talk with them before drawing conclusions. I'll get ready and meet you at the forest path leading towards... There you are. This path. The forest is lit up with lamps that emit the power of runes. The sudden invitation, leading to a path filled with creatures. Something just doesn't feel. Stay on alert.
Did what I was told to do by the Viscount. As soon as I lit the lamps, all sorts, and one of the other servants. What if he got hurt because...
Oh dear. I'm sorry you had, from the look of your face and outfit. But it's strange. Excuse me.
me, you... Ooh, what you did we? Damn it, I'm sick. You're as pathetic as ever, Lisbeth. You ran away because, in some ways...
A rune hunter? I didn't know the nobles had interest in your kind. Surprising. But have you seen him very well? Then let me ask you another question, rune hunter. Fine. Let's just pretend this meeting never happened.
You said you're here because You said you're here because of Hannah. From what I overheard, the Viscount is preparing...
Don't answer me. But you're not my target. My mission, if you head inside, watch his fall and remember, the...
It's quite the shit. It's if you.
You must be the guests Viscount Cruz mentioned. My name is Gary. I'm the Viscount is awaiting you on the roof of this mansion. We do not show mercy towards those who attempt to disturb the order in Arcres. Now, everyone, are you prepared to greet our dear guests? Let us do our best not to tarnish the honor of Viscount Cruz. Give our guests a grand welcome so that they are able to truly appreciate our preparations.
met the dealer along the way? I've been trying to come up with a new recipe here. I can tell that you didn't enjoy that from the look on your face. I can't serve the same kind of food the Arcris nobles eat to someone lowly like... It feels good knowing that I took out the trash with...
Well, that's a very clear explanation as to why they invited us to the mansion. It wasn't just the creatures that roamed the path leading towards this man. I'm just worried about Pan. I think it would be best for us to head back to the hut.
Rune Hunter? I heard that you were urgently looking for me. I don't know why you're so worried. But don't worry about the patient. Oh, have you decided upon which hospital or residence you're transferring to? You have to...
To see that the nobles haven't done anything to Pan yet. Or perhaps, but if we... I'm glad to see that but if we do get to meet with Viscount Cruz at the mansion, we must stay strong. There's a gallery filled with various paintings up ahead. Some of the paintings seem to be quite old as well.
Fancy seeing you here, Rune Hunter. I'm here to rescue my friend who... Fancy seeing... I'm here to rescue my friend who is trapped in the... Her name is Bedalia. That's the name of the maid I sent out a letter earlier to tell her to prepare her escape. But anyhow, both of us are going to need a...
As I've said, I have made an oath to never talk about their involvement in the Zodiac War. But if you look at these paintings in order, you might be able to learn something.
Well, looky here. You ran away because you didn't want to kill anyone. I suppose your mate's life is... I hope you learned from...
Bedelia seems to have run away from the mansion. The others must have helped. Bedelia must have had a lot of friends other than me, since she's so Rune Hunter. I have one last... Instead, just tell... Oh.
If that's what you think, why don't we build a hospital? We do have Saint Lapia's prayer stone infused with God Vesper's powers. Even though its divinity was not fully completed, it should be more than enough to make your idea become a reality. Utilize the power of the god to heal the people, while also collecting qualified samples for ourselves. Right?
Yes, we are limited to individuals with similar appearance and personality right now. But as our knowledge and sample size grow, it will be different. Our domain will be filled with controlled people who excel in their work. And once that day arrives, Archrus will truly reach its golden age. This is what it means to truly serve your nation as a loyal noble. His Majesty also acknowledges the need for Exir in order to achieve this goal.
Hold on. Are you... I have something to ask you. I was supposed to meet... What? How did you know my name? Wait, are you... Where's Lissy? Is she... Lissy is in the outside world? And she's waiting for me there? I shouldn't have worried. It would have been better. Rune Hunter, then I'll...
This place is filled with ancient texts and rare spellbooks. To my surprise, there are even texts that have been banned from Traum. What's interesting is that a lot of the spellbooks here focus on managing one's memory. In this book, there's even a spell that is used to transfer one's memory to another. Based on the content of these books, it seems like the nobles of Archrus have been using various spells to manipulate the memories of their experiment. They were awarded with their nobility and territory after the Zodiac War ended, just because they served their nation, which is why I think this is all the more likely to happen.
How come the residents are ignoring me? Aren't you the one who's supposed to manage their memories, Messier? Let me make things clear. We're equals. I don't deserve this sort of treatment. Have you gone mad from becoming intoxicated with Exer?
This is getting ridiculous. What would I get out of manipulating that? Don't try to place the blame on me for your inferiority complex, you wretch. And speaking of Exer, what makes you so different from me, Eastland? Is there anyone here who can live on without the help of Exer? Don't be a hypocrite.
Messier, that's enough. If you think like that, we would all be considered hypocrites. Our mission for Akras is only an excuse to hide our greed for eternal life.
Yes, and I'm at the top of that hypocrisy. I ended up like this because of Exir, yet I continue to drink it regularly in order to maintain my life.
Cruz, Zeno, both of you shut it.
I truly did not expect you to make it this far. Once you climb the flight of stairs beyond this point, you'll reach the 3rd floor. But before that, I've prepared a gift fitting for trifles, such as your... Here, this was prepared...
We finally found the staircase leading upstairs. If the steward wasn't lying, Viscount Cruz should be waiting for us. We've already been through a lot. I received a message from the hospital that it's almost time for us to check out. I'm worried, since I tried my best to cure Pan back in Advena, but I was never able to improve his condition as drastically as they did here in Ordemus. Which is why I want you to try your best to strike up a deal with Viscount Cruz if you find him. I'll stay behind in the hospital to come up with an alternative plan.
Who's there?
You're a familiar face. I didn't expect to see you again. I'm sure Cruz said that he was gonna take care of you quietly, but this is rather loud for my taste. How classless of him. Well, it's fine. I don't really care for even that only matters when you want to keep your life by defying death. But there is no end for me. So what's all right? Run along and find Cruz. If you're lucky, may Vesper watch over.
Iselin, there is absolutely nothing Messier has over you. It's not like our lives depend on those experiments. We do have the hospital. I'm sure Zid will need someone to help him at the hospital. And if you become that person, no one will look down upon you.
I really do hate children, especially 15-year-olds. Teenagers at that age are just incomplete, mediocre at everything. Ever since I turned like this, everyone's been treating me like a child. They just got lucky with the side effects. Fine. If I can't return to my original form, I'll enjoy it. As much as I hate this look, I'll torture harder to wipe out the others.
What makes a human a true human? The answer is guilt. But as of today, I have decided to abandon my guilt. Guilt is unnecessary for the eternal master of Arcrus. Just like how the god Vesper has neglected us for all these years. Remember, Sid, you are no longer the commoner who dreamed of becoming an officer. You shall rule for all eternity as the master of Arcrus.
This is all pointless. There is no meaning to this life. Title, domain, they're all lies filled with hypocrisy.
Viscount Cruz, please try to value your life. The true path is not visible, but within our hearts. The time you spend with this sword will reflect your heart.
It has been over 200 years since I've become this ridiculous being, under the false pretense of rebuilding Arcrus from the ruins of war. I've loathed myself for choosing to become this thing, and as time passed, nobility has been the only thing that defined me. That is why, despite how disgusting the surrounding world may be, I had to do my best to protect all of the nobles. Like a star, trapped within an eternal orbit, I will not go easy on you. I must have vastly underestimated your powers. Very well, I admit it. You too are desperate to protect those you cherish. But the situation is already underway. No matter how hard you struggle, you're with the war criminal. Everyone in Arcus will be pointing their finger at you.
You! It relieves me to see that you're still safe. I had to make my way. I see things didn't work out with Viscount Cruz. That is, he was once a promising talent, skilled in both sword and magic. You should be proud of holding your ground against someone like him, and no need to worry. I believe I found a way for us to take care of Pan. You... Say, didn't you have a question for me earlier? Why do you... Huh? What are you talking about? A war criminal? I had no idea they would brand me with such a dishonorable... I can see that you're confused, but I promise you, I never did such a thing. Can you imagine me destroying Artemis? Of course, I did believe in preventing the completion of the Zodiac, and participated in the war by... I cannot forget the day I accidentally completed the Zodiac while trying to carry out my duties. It was the price I paid for exploiting the power of runes to their full... That was when Dex awakened, as if he was telling me that I made the wrong choice. After that, I can't tell you any more regarding this topic due to my oath with Count Zid. But you know me better than anyone right now.
Dear Artemis, we will not kneel before any hardship we face. Recall the teachings that were shared by Vesper, that this decline shall be the basis for a brilliant beginning, and that one must pass the darkness of death in order for life to start burning again. Now, we will all...
Are you sure this is okay? Who knows what will happen?
Artemis is in the land of the god Vesper. There is no way Vesper will neglect our prayers.
I already got the Saint's Prayer Stone from the King before coming here. No matter the result, there's nowhere for us to run.
Zid. Hurry up.
The King has ordered us to summon our god Vesper by using the divinity drawn from St. Lapia's prayers. Oh, dear Vesper, please watch over us, your faithful.
What is that? Monster! Get away!
What? But What happened with this? Is this really... If it really is Vesper, shouldn't we...
Damn it! I had no idea. All of our predictions blocked off the path to prevent Triad forces. We must...
Everyone's rotting away as soon as they come in. We only joined this war to tell the others of the danger of completing the Zodiac. That I didn't even get to say goodbye to my kids. Ah, dear.
Miraceti is the god that watches over all bodies of
too many people here. I will not help. We've already lost too many. Are you listening? Get a hold of yourself.
This is what my end looks like. For trying to fight, I don't know what to believe. All of the countless hours.
I've been waiting, Rune Hunt. I don't want to admit it, but you have an excellent physique. There was, thanks to the aftermath of that battle, the past we have created for external use has been cracked. I did not but I believe everything strengthens to become harder after cracking. Count Zid is looking for you because of this. I'm sure you have a lot to say as well.
"10 years ago, when I met Salvis after a long time, we spoke about saving a friend, even if he had to sacrifice himself to do it. And I provided him with what he needed, and gladly used his heart to establish order within Arcras. Just like how we became nobles, by hiding the fact that the king was the one who brought ruin upon this nation with his terrible decision. Certain sacrifices are required in order to establish a stable order. Reality has taught us that even the truth will fade away with enough time. Whether it is to save someone else, or because of your pitiful justice, you seem to need to establish yourself a new order. Then why don't we do this? If you promise to never speak about everything you've seen, we will promise to do what we can for your dear friend. And if you're willing to accept this offer, vow upon it. You will vow with your blood, and I with mine. Well, I look forward to this.
I've been waiting forever for you. So, where's Biel? Did you find him? The plague? Are you sure about this? Was the bracelet Miel had on him? I didn't want to believe it. He was so bright and healthy. What should I tell my parents? I have Miel.
So that's what happened. An altered record within the memory rune. I had no idea they exploited my oath with them like that. As you have seen for yourself, Artemis was once at the brink of destruction for trying to use the power of Vesper out of a foolish judgment. Vesper's power that had been summoned eventually faded away with time. But it took ages before the plagued lands of Artemis. I had become a war criminal without being aware of it. But I do not regret the decision I made, even if everyone points their finger at me. I am satisfied. Pan finally has a safe place to recover, thanks to... I believe we must tell the other Zodiac Masters of Trom the strange phenomenon occurring throughout Trom are due to the resurrection of countless rune hunters have helped us out back at Saludo. But now that Serpens has fully recovered, Count Zid has offered to support you with his mercenary for this mission. Don't worry about it.